My name is Marcus K. Moody. I'm from the United States of America. I'm here to talk to you today about the persistent curse of the death by PowerPoint. Now, before I go into my presentation, may I just say, firstly, that I will not appreciate any talking at all during my presentation. If you have the need to talk, please, will you leave the room? Secondly, if you have the need to get out your smartphones or your tablets or whatever and start playing with those, will you please leave the room? Thank you. It's all about respect, and this is a place of learning. Thank you. Now, to continue with my lecture, I will be going through today to begin with, I'll be talking about the introduction and the attention span of an audience. Then I will be talking about the history of PowerPoint. Then I'll be talking about the technical aspects of PowerPoint, code, Windows, C++. Then I'll be talking about Microsoft Windows as operating system. Then I'll be talking about the commercial history sales in most popular markets. Then I'll be talking about competition from other slideware providers. Then I'll be talking about effectiveness in communication and cognitive absorption. Then I'll be talking about cultural impacts, click to add slides, and its impact in modern culture. The term PowerPoint, hell, acronyms, abbreviations associated with cognitive anti-simplification, password protection, a subject not normally accorded to this kind of topic, may I add, and finally, further reading and footnotes, by which time I will welcome questions from the audience, but not before the climax of my lecture. So, moving on, you'll see here the American School of Cognitive Science. We measure, in fact, the attention span of an audience between 3,000 and 0%. Now, in a presentation of 30 minutes long, usually, after 5 minutes, the audience attention span will usually dip to about nothing and bump along the floor until minute 28, by which time the speaker will they then say, so to finish on my conclusion, and then go back up to 200 and, excuse me, I'm having a problem with my remote control. Could you please help me? Ah, yes. Okay, thank you. So, as you can see, yes, minute 28, the speaker will usually say, so to my conclusion, and that is, in fact, the primacy effect and the recency effect. So, to go into more detail on the primacy effect in psychology and sociology is a cognitive bias that results in a subject recalling primary information presented better than information presented later on. For example, a subject who reads a sufficiently long list of words is more likely to remember the words towards the beginning of words in the middle. Many researchers try to explain this phenomenon through free recall tests. In some experiments in the late 20th century, okay, sorry, I'm starting to hear that people are talking, so could you please stop talking, okay, kindly. Just show me some respect. Thank you. Now, moving on, of course, to the recency effect, we have three elements here, the dual star models, the single star models, and the ratio rule. Now, before I go into more detail with that, I'd just like to talk more generally about boring presentations and the phenomena which is boring presentations. But before I talk about that, I'll go back to the recency effect, if I may, the recency effect, recency effect, okay, fine, I have a technical problem here. I'll just have to do a Michael Bay and wing it. Recency effect, recency effect. Okay, could someone here from the technical team please help me? Oh my, this is very embarrassing. Someone from the technical team, please help me here. Could anyone please help me? What's going on here? I mean, I've been flown 8 hours on a plane for this. My God, this is unacceptable. What is this? Katie, help me. Thank you. So, all right. Yeah, it's true we don't see many death by PowerPoint presentations at TED. Thank God. And if we did, I think you'd be the first to let us know about that. And we certainly haven't seen that today, which is great. Now, while TED does not have death by PowerPoint presentations, the reality is, in many other institutions and organizations all over the world, from research, law, medicine, government, education, all areas of business, engineering, death by PowerPoint is alive and well and persistently scuppering our ideas, our communication, our vision, and our actions. It is, however, not doing any harm at all to the sale of paracetamol. Okay, so, right, there's been progress, don't get me wrong, and people are starting to wake up to the problem, it's sure, but it's been slow. In fact, we're starting to see a new phenomenon, which is death by pretty PowerPoint. Now, what that is exactly, I'll explain. That's a death by pretty PowerPoint slide. It's not a, well, it's totally non-visual, full of text. However, it is slightly more color coordinated, but effectively not a very good slide. So, with that in mind, should we just get rid of PowerPoint and slideware? Is it over? Well, the truth is, I mean, most slideware programs still present this default, which is two boxes, click to add slide title, click to add subtitle, which often guides the uninitiated into throwing up documents on the screen. But there's another problem. I mean, if we agree that PowerPoint or slideware is a tool, then maybe we could challenge or rather inspire the user. In English, we have this expression, which is a bad workman blames his tools. Why not inspire the user to use it differently and to make better presentations everywhere? Now, my job as a coach, I help to coach speakers at conferences and in companies. And one of the major factors, in fact, to reasons why presentations don't work is that people don't feel comfortable with their content. People don't feel comfortable, and thus stage fright comes from that. Now, TED has done a wonderful job at raising the bar on presentation, but also our expectations. And this is a great thing. Okay. So, bad presentations are now no longer acceptable. Fine. But rather than just resisting this change, why not embrace it? And that's why I came here today. What steps can we take? And I wanted to share with you 4 steps to really make a good presentation. All right? Now, in order to help you remember these steps, I wanted to think of a word which would help people remember these steps. So I said to myself, okay, so where can the word come from? So I took the phrase death by PowerPoint, and I thought to myself, okay, what's the opposite of death? It's life. So exactly, so I said to myself, right, life by PowerPoint. And I thought to myself, maybe not. Sort of like a terraforming project or something. No, so I had another think, and I said to myself, okay, what about this? Not life, but live by PowerPoint. Okay, no, it doesn't work. It's true. Sounds like a religion or a lifestyle choice. But then I had another idea, and actually finally it made sense, which was lead by PowerPoint. Because at the end of the day, what is a presentation if not a catalyst for change somehow? What is a presenter if not the person driving that change, whether for 5 minutes or by title as a CEO or manager? Whether you like it or not, you are leading. So what is it to lead? Let's break it down. Now, the first part of lead is about listening, to listen. So what is it to listen exactly? What I mean by listening, I mean basically putting your ear to the ground and doing the necessary preparation work in finding out what you need to know before putting the thing together. Now, many presentations fail because this first step has not been taken. So firstly, and most importantly, who is your audience? Find out, ask yourself questions, as many questions as you can about them, and really what they need from you during that presentation. What's the context of the presentation? Where and when will the presentation be taking place? This can determine often the exact content that you need to put in and certain content that you should perhaps leave out. Next is obstacles. Is there anyone in the audience who may be more difficult to persuade? Are there arguments that need to be included in order to persuade them? And finally, why? Why are you doing it? Very important question. Are you there to inspire? Are you there to educate? Are you there to make them to change their behavior somehow? What is it that you want them to do? Now, the E of listen is about exploring, to explore. And this part really is once you've done your preparation, you go now and find the content that suits you right. So firstly, what questions do you need to ask? What questions can you answer? What problems do you need to show to the audience so that they can be more concerned about what it is that you're saying? You can't offer a solution to something without first reminding us what the problem is. Okay? You can't plant a tree without first digging the hole. Next, you have stories. We hear a lot about stories, storytelling. This is good because stories keep us engaged from the beginning to the end. It's a wonderful way to develop your thing. Stories are very good for that. Ideas. What ideas can you stick in people's minds long after the presentation takes place? What examples can you give us that help reinforce what you're saying? Make it very, very clear to us. What experience do you have as a speaker, not as a speaker, but what experience do you have that helps tell us why it is you who is the right person to be giving us this message? What facts do you have to underscore and give you credibility? And finally, how can you move us? Can you make us laugh? Can you make us cry? Now, the words of Roger Maberty, co-author of Life's a Pitch, only when you truly know what you want to say and not before should you say it. Should you start to think how you say it. That way, you'll be using PowerPoint instead of PowerPoint using you. Now, the A of lead is about assembling. Assemble is very simply is putting the thing together. So building it in a way that is simple, clear, in the way that you want, that links what you're saying to the right audience. It will look very different to top-level management, your presentation, however, than if you were presenting to a classroom of students, of course. And finally, how can you make it look attractive? How can you make it look aesthetically pleasing to the eye? And lastly, deliver it. Deliver it in a way, well, basically in your way. In a way that is comfortable for you, that doesn't push you beyond your natural register, but at the same time there's enough vocal dynamic going on, and also that there's some sort of gesture and facial gesture happening so that will really reinforce and impact what you're saying visually to the audience. In the words of Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, when I present, I cheat. I only talk about the things I care about. And what he means by that is that he puts as much of himself possible in each of his presentations. If you put stuff that you really care about, that makes you passionate, it will already take care of 50% of your delivery. Okay. Now, right. This message is not only for bad presenters. And you know, there are many people who give bad presentations who don't know how to do it. That's why this message is also for decision makers and training providers to make the training available to those who really need it. Good presentations in institutions and organizations leads to better profitability, efficiency, productivity, fact. Now, at the end of the day, if you're watching a boring TV show, right, it's really boring, you're going to switch over and watch something else. If you're watching an online video that is boring, you're going to click onto something else. And if you kill your audience with death by PowerPoint, they're not going to die, but they're going to take out their smartphone and do something less boring instead. Sound familiar to a room full of students? Now, in the words of John Medina, author of Brain Rules, nobody likes to be bored. Nobody. Don't care what culture you come from, where you come from on this planet Earth, nobody likes to be bored. So, don't be like Marcus K. Moody and millions of boring presenters like him. Inspire your audience. Make them listen, explore, assemble, and deliver a great presentation. Get them to tune in and follow your lead. Let's stop people tuning out and get them inspired to start tuning in. Thank you. Thank you very much.